Hello everyone, it's Creepy and Tina.
Hi.
Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's just having a splendid day and that you guys are in the best of health.
Yes, with health as always being most important. So today we're going to talk about something near and dear. I think it affects money, it affects everything, and that is, are you paying attention or caring more about what people think about you as a person versus your money? Because as we know, these days are really highly influenced by what we see others doing. We are constantly now, especially since spring break is upon us, seeing people go on the vacation. They said they've had that COVID lockdown so long, they've got the blues. So we're seeing all these people doing things, going places, buying things, anything to get them in this better mood because they're tired of being at home with COVID, right?
Right.
So social media, I always say it can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And now we're seeing all of our friends take these elaborate vacations, and we see these people spending these COVID relief checks faster than they got them. I mean, raise your hand. How many of us still have that money? Hope you invested it or did something. We did. But what we see sometimes and what we don't hear about is the smart ones. And I say they are like the unsung heroes. They're the people who took the money, they invested it, they saved it, they prepared in case there's another unforeseen event. Because we don't know what unforeseen events are around the corner.
That's right.
And tragedies in life.
That's right.
I mean, that showed us.
I mean, even high gas prices will tell you something.
That's true. So it makes you think, do I care more about flexing on the gram? That's what everybody does. If it wasn't on Insta, it didn't happen. Or do I care about planning for my future? Because like it or not, whether it's a few days, a few months, a few years, or a decade from now, we're all going to have to reach retirement.
Right.
What are you going to have to show for it? We're consumed with our personal ego. We saw that with the Will Smith situation, and status being tied to what we drive, how we look. Our home becomes our showcase, and it speaks more than we do about who we are as people.
Right.
You know, and we don't consider the what ifs. What if you lose your job? How many people saw that during COVID? What if someone close to me falls ill or I fall ill and I can't work? What if the entire world falls again into financial free fall? Right? And then we're all scrambling. Are you financially prepared? Are you mentally prepared? That's the biggest thing.
Right.
And what if you cannot retire? Because yes, that happens a lot. Now we have a lot of people that reach out through for consultations, and there are so many of them. I'm telling you. It was an even split, but now the scales are tipping the other way, and this is the way they're tipping. It's people who are having to choose, and I say almost forced into a plan that might not have been their plan because they financially aren't ready, but they want and need to retire.
Right.
So you get the people that cannot live in the U.S. because of the higher prices.
Can't afford it.
And then they look to the Dominican Republic or other places like that, not because they want to. I mean, sure, it's an added bonus. They see the beaches and things like that, but that might not be the life they get because of their financial situation. But they'll at least get to the island.
Right.
How they live there is going to be a different picture, but they get there because they can't live in the U.S. And that's unfortunately been the bulk now of what it's leaning towards because of the financial situation in the U.S. And people not preparing before it. Now they're ready to retire, and what do they got? They got nada.
So, and that's a bad place to be in, because when you want to retire, sit back, go to a beach town or whatever,
right.
Or you can just take a vacation, take a cruise or something like that. You got to schedule. If you're working like I worked, you got to schedule. Make sure the boss man gonna let you go. Somebody gonna replace you, pull your route, or whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you don't want to be in a situation where you can't even take a vacation.
Yeah.
You ain't even got the retirement yet.
Because the thing is, they make it sound pretty. They're like, the Dominican Republic sounds beautiful. It sounds like you're moving to a tropical paradise. But there is a difference between a choice because you planned well, right? Or a circumstance making the choice for you. That's what you don't want to do.
Right.
So we know and we realize it's okay. Sometimes plans go awry, right?
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes things that, there's no definites. The best laid plans go left. You might go through a divorce. You might have had a death that you had to, take care of somebody. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's why we always say on the channel, you always have to have a plan A, a B, etc. So that includes utilizing your money to work for you more than you're working for your money. So what does that mean? It means if you're working over 40 hours a week, tired and frustrated, but in the end of the month, you have spent all that plus sometimes that you're earning. It's time to take a real hard look at what you're spending your money on. We talk about that a lot. Budgeting,
Sure do.
Looking at what you're spending, cutting back on expenditures, because the reasons you have sometimes for justifying those spendings, if you really gave it a second hard look, it doesn't look so good in the light of day. I mean, is it to keep up the appearances or like what we used to call it, keeping up with the Joneses?
Right.
I call it now keeping up with the Kardashians. That's what I call it, because of social media and all these shows. I mean, it's nice to treat yourself every now and then. Everyone deserves it, but nothing is gained without sacrifice.
Right.
That's the thing. Like we tell people all the time, the sacrifices and the struggles that you make today, right, is going to lead to the relaxation and enjoyment of your future tomorrows. So you might not see the big picture if you're 20, maybe 10 years out. But trust me, us that are there will tell you it's worth it. They see the end picture. It's like our kids. Our kids are the perfect example of that. They see us doing what we want, going on vacations, and they say, what'd you do today? And they make it sound like we do nothing. I'm like, we had a ton of stuff to do. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm going to make for dinner. And they go, geez, I wish I had your kind of problems. But they forget all the hard work that we both did.
Right, absolutely.
The back-breaking hours you worked, the meals we missed with them, the sacrifices we went through so that they can have everything.
Right.
That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Even people that see the channel, they think, oh, well, look at them. They did it. I can do it, and I don't have to sacrifice. I don't have to save. I don't have to plan. I don't have to, invest. I'm just going to pick up with this check and go live that life. It's not like that.
And live paycheck to paycheck.
Right. So think about that. What is your retirement going to look like? Because it's yours. It's not your friends. It's not your acquaintances. It's not your families. Not our kids.
Right.
It's ours. This is our retirement. So what's your retirement going to look like? That's what you really want to think about. Do you want to choose where and how you're going to live? Or do you want to be forced, like some people are getting, to live and learn to live, really, because it's really, you have to learn to live with it. And some people break and can't do it, but learn to live in some other country, and possibly a third world country, like we see a lot of people having to go to the Philippines and things like that, just above the poverty level, because of their past financial choices. If you're not going to look so cute, like I said, 20 years from now, walking down that little dirt road in your 20-year-old tattered and torn Versace t-shirt that you paid, $400 or $500, and it looks like it's worth $2 now, and you're carrying with your little chanclas a small bag of groceries to go back to your little studio apartment in that hot sun. That's not cute.
That ain't no joke. That ain't no joke at all.
I mean, or would you rather be driving down a beautiful coastline, maybe top down, maybe windows down, getting dinner by the water where you want, coming back to your house, sitting on your patio, and having a glass of wine? I choose to. I choose the second choice. And the funny thing is, I always say, the people that you are so desperately trying to impress won't even see you when you're in squalor or doing great at the end. But you have to live with the choices, because people go about their merry way. They find somebody else to spy on and judge through social media from their couches. And then those same people that are judging you are the same ones that have to wake up and go and bust their butts at work the next day. So you're one of many. Be the exception, the story of success, an example of how to do it. Don't be that cautionary tale that everyone tells on how not to do it. That's why I always call you the unicorn from your work.
Right. Because, at work, it's always a talk, but you're going to get this when you retire, you'll get this amount when you retire, and it's all lies until you actually sit down with the business, with the agent, and get the real numbers. Then it changes everything.
Right. So financial planning, that's what that is.
So, like I always say on the channel, if if you plan to fail, you fail to plan, you're going to have problems. That means some of you guys, and I hate to say this, but if you don't plan right, you're going to end up working for the rest of your life.
Yes.
You popping from one job to another job, and before you know it, you're in your 60s and 65, 70, and ain't nobody going to hire nobody at that age. They're going to get the younger generation.
Yeah.
So that is something to think about.
Yeah.
So handle your business now. Start spending, because some of that stuff you spend your money on, you don't need it anyway. There's a difference between a need and a want.
Yes.
You need somewhere to stay.
Mm-hmm.
You need somewhere to put your money. You need
food.
You need food to eat.
Right.
You need some kind of investment counselor or something while you're working, so you can put something aside, so you can have something to look at when you actually stop working. No matter what job you do, you're gonna have to have something coming in, because not, you ain't gonna be able to retire. And that's the bad way to end a journey of 30 or 40 years.
Yes.
So please consider that. Mm-hmm. Please keep that in mind, okay? You got to have a good end game, and you want to finish well.
Yep.
So, with that said, in the meantime, between the time, always remember that life is to be enjoyed.
Yes. And as always, make sure to hit that subscribe, hit that notifications bell. Make sure to give this and all videos a thumbs up, because that is the free and easy way to patron the channel. And also hitting that subscribe and hitting that thumbs up helps change that algorithm, so we can keep bringing you great content. And remember, as always, that all information is underneath every video.
So until the next video, peace.